Good morning everybody. Welcome back to another vlog. It is August now and we're getting some nice overcast, chilly weather today. It's kind of feeling very pre-autumn. I've been staying really consistent with my couch to 5K training and I'm on the last run of week 5 today. And this is gonna be my biggest run yet. It's a 20-minute running interval, which seems a bit like a jump scare considering the last running interval was for only 8 minutes.
Can you sit here? Okay, you sit here.
I've double checked the app like 3 times to make sure I wasn't reading that incorrectly. But yeah, today it jumps up to 20 minutes. I think it's just kind of a challenge yourself type of run because the next 2 runs after this one go back down to 10-minute intervals and then back to a 20-minute run. Then I think 12 to 15-minute intervals, back to a 25-minute run. So we're getting to the point now where you really have to pace yourself and challenge yourself to see how far you can run. This is the first run that I'm not feeling super confident that I will be able to do it. 20 minutes just seems like way too much, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. I'm just gonna keep my pace really slow so I'm not completely gassed in the first half. I'm really excited about the progress that I've been making with the running program. I thought I would go do this run and then we can kind of come back and chill and chat about how it's been going. I also got some new running shoes that I'm excited about. Old Hokas, new Hokas. Wow. So pretty, and they're pink.
Hi, Barbie!
I kind of do this mind game with myself that you would do with a child. You know when a kid is like, I really want this new toy, and their parent is like, okay, well let's put it on your birthday list, and if you still want it by your birthday, then maybe we can get it. I do the same thing with myself. I'm like, if you can stay consistent with running for 1 month, then you can have a new pair of running shoes. And I did. And I do. And they're pink.
Hi, Barbie.
All right, let's go give it a go.
Oh, it's quite cold. It's quite chilly today. Bit nippy out, isn't it, governor?
I did it. I ran super slow, but I did it. I ran for 20 minutes. I have to check the stats, but I'm pretty sure I just ran a mile without stopping, which I've never done before.
Jacques! Oui, clean in! Oui, ouh la mer, bon. Voila, he is clean.
Okay, I'm back. I'm showered. I'm gonna fix myself a little bit of lunch. I checked the stats, and today I did my fastest 1K, fastest mile, and longest run. And my running pace, I honestly wasn't that far off from running 2 miles without stopping. I'm just so pleased with that progress. I never thought that in just 1 month, 5 weeks, that I would be able to run that much. I really didn't start feeling fatigued until around the 15-minute mark. My trail also started going uphill at that time and was kicking my butt a little bit. I went into this run thinking that I wasn't gonna be able to do it, and then I just did it. I'm just really surprised with the progress that I'm making. And today is the first day that I feel like I'm confident that I will be able to finish couch to 5K and I will be able to run 30 minutes nonstop. I don't know if I will be able to run the 5K in 30 minutes. A 5K is just over 3 miles, it's 3.1 miles. So to get that distance, my pace would be, I'd have to be under 10 minutes per mile. And I'm not really there yet. I'm kind of at a little 11, 12 minute mile. So I'd have to shave a good minute and a half and some change off of that time to be able to do the 5K in 30 minutes. But I don't think it's unreasonable. I think it's something that I can work up to. I have 4 weeks left now of couch to 5K. And I'm excited to see how much progress I make in the next month. For lunch today, I've made a little buffalo chicken wrap. I'm gonna sit down and enjoy this. I have some chicken on the side for Odie as well. And then I'm in the mood to paint. I thought I would just sit down and paint and have a cozy day. We can chit chat. If you wanna grab a snack and hang out with me, I don't know, we can pretend like we're on FaceTime.
Gentle. Was that good?
Okay, hello. We ate our lunch, went on a little walk, and now I thought I would sit down and do a little cozy painting. I've got a few topics written down here on my paper towel of stuff I just thought we could chat about. I did want to talk about how Couch to 5K is going and my thoughts about it so far. Maybe we could talk about some of the pros and cons. The two biggest pros for me, aside from it just being exercise, and that's good for me, have been more mental, I think. The first pro being in a time of my life where I've had a lot of rejection and feeling kind of stagnant, like I'm not making enough progress towards a certain thing. I'm not achieving as much as I should be. This has given me tangible goals each week that I get to work towards. And once I accomplish them, I do get that sort of satisfaction of having a goal and working towards it and feeling like I'm making progress. And that gives my ego, my confidence, a little bit of a boost. Even though I'm not solving any of the things in life that I'd like to be making progress towards or like to be improving on, it still feels good to improve upon something and feel like I can do hard things, I can make progress, I can get better, I can achieve things. That has just been a good feeling for me. And then the other aspect of it that I've found some comfort in is, I think this is the first time in my life where I've ever thought about exercise in a way that kind of celebrates what my body can do versus thinking about it as a sort of punishment for what my body looks like. Growing up, I was deeply self-conscious about what I looked like, my weight, comparing myself to the other girls at my school and what they looked like. I also grew up with all boys, and brothers have a way of teasing you and pushing your buttons in a way that nobody else could. So my weight was always kind of an easy target for them to push on in a way that I would immediately get upset and riled up about. So it was always kind of a thing on my mind and a topic of conversation. And I used exercise as a way to punish myself for being unhappy with what I looked like, I think. And I almost deserved exercise in a way. I deserved to feel bad for what I looked like. Or it was repentance for eating that thing that I shouldn't have eaten. And so it's kind of like no wonder I never enjoyed exercise, because it was always associated with shame or punishment. But now exercising in my 30s, I generally don't think about my body in that way anymore. Anyway, I've come a long way with that sort of thinking, but I'm also exercising now in a way that has absolutely nothing to do with what my body looks like and just everything to do with what my body can do for me. I'm not thinking about weight or BMI. I'm not counting calories in or out. I don't even know how much I weigh. I haven't stepped on a scale in years. As far as I'm concerned, that's none of my business. And now with running, the only metrics that I'm really concerning myself with are how fast I'm going. How far am I running? I still get to measure my progress, but in a way that feels good and healthy. As far as cons to Couch to 5K, I don't have any cons really per se, but I can recognize that it's just not gonna be for everybody. I think running just in general is not the activity for everybody, and that's okay. But I can definitely see how your maybe location, climate, personal situation, all that would feed into how successful you would be with Couch to 5K. I'm very lucky at this chapter of my life. I live in a place that the climate is very mild. It never gets way too hot or way too cold. And I also live close to a big park with running and walking trails where I get to be outside in nature. And that right there is 80-90% of the fun for me, just that I get to be outside. Whereas if I were still back in Florida trying to do this, there's no way I would have kept with it. In a place where summer lasts 8 months out of the year and the heat is triple digits with 100% humidity, there's absolutely no way I would have lasted this long. I also didn't live in a place where I could have a comfortable running trail. We lived right off the highway, so me running would be listening to sounds of the freeway and very little shade, no big trees. And that would not have been enjoyable for me whatsoever. I also don't think I would find success if I were trying to do this in a gym on a treadmill. I don't like being in the gym. That makes me feel kind of self-conscious. And also I would just get absolutely bored to death on a treadmill. I wouldn't say that Couch to 5K is gonna be for everyone, but I would say that if you are curious about it, wanting to try it, I would highly recommend it to anybody who's interested and has the resources and space to make it work for them. Obviously I haven't finished it yet, so I can't speak to the whole program. I'll keep you updated as I keep progressing with it. But so far, 5 weeks in, it's been hugely positive in my life. In my last video, I also mentioned that I had started taking an SSRI for the first time. I am, I think 6 weeks into it now. I think I'm a month and a half. And I will say it's been a bit different than I think I expected. When I was first talking to my doctor about wanting to get on sertraline, one of the questions that I asked him was, how will I know if it's working? And he was like, well, you'll feel better. And I was like, right. Okay. Stupid question. But now I'm still, in month 2, still kind of wondering, is it working? I think maybe I expected to feel like a different person, like that my brain was just going to magically stop having these intrusive thoughts and ideas, and that hasn't really been the case. I still feel like I'm the same person. I have the same brain, the same negative thoughts, but maybe my response to those thoughts has been a bit different. Whereas before, when I was having the kind of negative thoughts, I would spiral into them. When my brain is telling me you are worthless and untalented and nobody likes you and you're ugly, whatever it is, right? I would really sit in that and feel like, oh my God, you're right. I'm the worst. I would cry at the drop of a hat. Like we weren't in a great state, but I definitely haven't been crying as much. And when I have those kind of thoughts now, instead of really sitting in them, my response now is when I'm hearing, you're ugly, you're weird, you're not talented, nobody likes you, my response is, yeah, maybe. But anyways, what should we do today? I've just been a little bit more active, I guess, and willing to do other things. Also, when I objectively think about it, I have been way more active. I've been consistent with exercising. I think my diet overall has been a little bit more balanced. I've been drawing and painting more. So sometimes when I think about, am I doing better? It feels like no, because inside my brain still feels the same. But objectively, if I were to write all of these things out on paper that are going better for me, I think I am doing better. And I don't know if that's the sertraline or if that's just me and the effort I'm putting into all these different things, or maybe it's a combination of all of those things together. Something I've had therapists recommend to me really for my whole life is journaling. Even now when I started going back to therapy last year, one of the big topics was, well, are you journaling? And I have never found journaling helpful for me personally. Whenever I journal, it just kind of turns into the saddest, most self-deprecating little book you could ever imagine. I'd be so embarrassed of what I would write if I were to go back and reread entries. I would be mortified if anybody else were to stumble upon my journal. So then it just like became this piece of shame that I had to hide. And it didn't help me. It just always made me feel embarrassed. But recently I bought myself this little mini sketchbook just to encourage myself to paint and draw more. Really just for the fun of it. Not to make content about or show it off on the internet. Really just kind of for the joy of doing it. And only now have I kind of thought about, maybe this is my journaling. Maybe my journal can't be words. Maybe it can be art. And I can sit down and do a little painting here and there whenever I feel like it. And that's something that brings me peace and satisfaction, joy, and not something that I have to feel embarrassed or ashamed about. So maybe this will become my painting journal. The other little update I had was about cozygaming. I just got this new game on PC called Tiny Bookshop. I think that's the name. And it is so fun, you guys. It's maybe lame when I describe it, but you have a little caravan trailer behind your car and you're driving around to these different little seaside towns, just selling little books out of your car. And you have customers that walk in and tell you what kind of book they're looking for. And then you recommend real titles to them. And then you earn rewards and you get to decorate your little bookshop and level it up and buy new inventory for your little store. It is so fun and just relaxing. I love it. So I've been playing a little bit of that. I was really looking forward to the Tales of the Shire video game. I've been looking forward to that for over a year when they first started announcing it. And I have not bought it yet because it did not get very good reviews. And the couple cozy gamer girlies that I follow online have all done a little demo review of it. And the general consensus is it's cute, it's fun. You might have a few, fun hours of gameplay, but don't really get your hopes up. Don't expect too much out of it. Oh, hold on, my father is calling me. Okay, I'm back. I was talking to my dad for a little bit and I just made a little snack. This is one of my favorite snacks, apple with peanut butter and dark chocolate chips on it. Delish. I kind of lost my train of thought. I don't remember what I was talking about before this. I think I was talking about Tales of the Shire. Open to feedback. If you have played Tales of the Shire, what is your honest opinion of it? Do you think it's still worth the $30, $35? Is it $30 worth of fun is my question. I think I'll probably still end up buying it maybe later this year when we get into winter and it's dark and cold and I need something to do. But it is disappointing that it doesn't live up to what I thought it was gonna be. Anyway, those are the life updates. I'm gonna eat my snack and keep on painting and then probably make some dinner. Okay, well, not all runs are good runs, and today's sucked. I've just had a bad last few days. I got really low, spiraled, had a panic attack. Bon appetit.
Started making it, had a breakdown. Bon appetit.
I still wanted to come out and be consistent with my run, but it just sucked today. The whole thing was a struggle. I did not enjoy it. I'm just sweaty and it's too hot and I'm mad about it. At least I still did it. And hopefully the next one will be better. I just ran for 25 minutes. That was really hard. The past few runs, I've been trying to push myself longer to get to the 5K distance. Even though it's past the 30 minutes of running for me, I still wanted to start getting consistent with hitting that distance every time and seeing how long it would take. And it's been around 40-ish minutes for me. And today I did it in just under 36 minutes. So I'm now in the 30s, so I'm getting closer and closer. I also did my fastest 1K, fastest 5K, And my fastest mile today, fastest mile was 10:20. So again, I'm like getting it closer to that under 10-minute mark. Right now I feel good. Now I'm proud of myself. That was really hard. I was dying for a second there. I'm also officially done with the intervals of running. I'm in week 7 of Couch to 5K now, and there's no more alternating running and walking intervals. It's just running. You have a 5-minute warm-up walk and you have a 5-minute cool down walk at the end, but in the middle, it's all running now. So this week, week 7, it's all 25-minute runs. Then week 8 is 28-minute runs. And then the last week, week 9, is just 30-minute runs. This was definitely the hardest week for me so far. More so than physically, I think mentally, I just wasn't in a good mood this week. It was also hot. We had our 4th heat wave of the summer this week. Hopefully our last heat wave. I just get really cranky when it's hot. I do not like being hot. I'm like ready for fall weather. This morning it's nice and cool, so I enjoyed today more than the other 2 runs this week. I also feel like I've started to crack the code a little bit for me personally of how to prevent those side stitches that I was getting so often in the beginning. Maybe I'll talk about that when we get home. Today's Saturday. Not working today. Patrick's off today. He's been sick this past week though, so he's still kind of recovering. I don't think we'll really do anything today, just to give him another rest day. I'm gonna go home and shower and then probably just have like another cozy hobby day. Play my game, do some more painting, hang out with Odie. I got a lasagna to put in the oven. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good day. Is it just me, or are those trees looking kind of autumnal to you? Odie found a basketball.
What'd you find? What you got?
I think you popped it. Yeah, it's looking quite popped. I think you popped it.
What you doing to it? Mama, that.
Hi, we're leveling up to cozy hobby number 3/4. I've got some overripe bananas and a dream. So I'm gonna do some baking. I'm gonna make my chocolate chip banana bread muffins. This is my favorite recipe, my favorite baked good that I've ever made. If I had my own cozy coffee shop bakery, this would 100% be what I served. I think I'm gonna have to switch to music/voiceover for this part because there's approximately 6 screaming children right outside the window. It's not gonna be a whole lot of fun for either of us to listen to. So I'm gonna pop on my headphones. I just rented a new audiobook off Libby. It's called The God of the Woods. My best friend recommended it to me. I think it's a thriller mystery novel about a couple kids who go missing from a summer camp. She really liked it, so I'm gonna give that a go. I will pop the recipe up somewhere on the screen or in the description box in case you want to make them yourself. At Cunningham Muffins, we know that muffins make the best breakfast. Patrick's boring ones. And these are my beautiful ones. What do you think Prue and Paul Hollywood would rate them? Do we think they're handshake worthy? Shall we taste test? So good. I love muffins. I just finished a 5K in 33:27. My fastest mile was 9:52. As fast as yet, but I do feel like I'm gonna be sick. Okay, I'm back home. I had some time. I'm okay. I did not get sick. I do think I might have pushed myself a little too much on that one though. They do say in the coaching within the app that it's more about building endurance and stamina than it is speed. And I think I've been a little bit too fixated on the speed and like PRing every time in the Nike app. But that was not super enjoyable afterwards. So I think next time I just need to focus on maintaining a comfortable pace for as long as I can and not worry about the time. I think speed will come as you build your endurance. The speed will come. So yeah, next time just stay at a comfortable pace for as long as I can versus trying to be as fast as I can. I really don't want to run today. I have been dreading it, putting it off. I haven't been feeling super well the past couple days physically. I feel like I'm kind of teetering on the edge of, am I getting sick? Am I getting sick or am I okay? Is this a one-day illness or is this about to knock me out for a week? I really don't want to get off track with my schedule because I'm the kind of person of once I procrastinate one day, it turns into 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and then the train is off the rails and I can't bring her back. I really don't want to get off schedule or lose my progress. So we're out here. I'm just gonna take it nice and slow. I'm not gonna look at the time. I'm just gonna listen to my podcast, take it nice and easy. I did it. 5 kilometers done. This one took me closer to 40 minutes. That's kind of, I think, my sweet spot for just maintaining a comfortable pace. But I'm okay with that because I didn't want to do it at all today. I feel good. I'm tired, but I don't feel like I'm gonna die or throw up or get sick or anything, which I feel like is right where I need to be. Well, it got me. I am officially sick, unfortunately. I'm sitting in bed editing this video now. It's a bit frustrating to halt my progress. I only have 2 weeks left of Couch to 5K, and I'm like, of course I get sick. I'm also not sick very often, maybe like twice a year. And during this time where I'm trying to start this health kick fitness journey where I'm exercising and I'm drinking more water and I'm eating my vitamins and all that, that's when I get sick, and that's so annoying. Nothing I can do about it. I'm not in any condition to run. I'm winded walking around the apartment, so I need to give my body time to rest and recover, and hopefully I can jump back into where I left off. If I have to repeat this past week to get back into it, it's not the end of the world. I can get back on track. I just have to take a little break for now. So this is how the video ends. Sorry. Subscribe.